Yeah,
Yep.
you might want to do that. I'm live, by the way.
I'm live too. Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
everybody.
I found all of my software. It was
Oh,
hiding
good.
on the third monitor. Cleo, do you want to know why I have a third monitor?
I'm sure you're going to tell me if whatever I want. So yeah, sure.
Oh, I mean, I have actually other more important stuff to talk about, but yeah, we could talk about the third
Uh-huh.
monitor thing first. Like, you actually do have a choice here.
Oh no, this is your time, Joe. You shine.
Okay,
Tell me
okay.
what's going on.
So, I had the executive director of Child's Play, Travis
Mm-hmm.
Erickson, who's also the chief Omega Tech at PAX, the Penny Arcade Expo. He runs the Omegathon, which is this kind of like ultimate gamer style competition where they start off with like 16 or 32 people or something like that, and
Yeah.
like you play basically all these different kinds of games, and like one round might be a racing game, another round might be Pac-Man or pinball or
Mm-hmm.
dominoes or chess or Carcassonne. and so the idea is to find the person who's least bad at each game, because
Yeah.
because basically every round they eliminate like the worst people, right? So you don't have to be the best gamer until the final round, but that's like head to head.
Mm-hmm.
But like you have to be pretty good or above average at all sorts of different types of games to make it that far, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Makes sense.
but yeah, I think you'd like him. He was oh, he actually spoke at one of our meetings once. He called in from Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember.
So yeah, he used to be a math teacher before he got the Child's Play job.
Oh, he
Um
understands the trauma.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
well apparently that was part of why he was running the Omegathon was because the guys who originally organized it were not very good at like bossing people around.
Mm-hmm.
They
And they went, "Oh, we'll go to the teacher then."
Well, he was there, like, he was at the event because he was their friend, and, like, they organized the convention, and he was just there hanging out, and he saw that they were having trouble being like, "Guys, we need people to get off these consoles so that we can use them for the tournament," uh, and he's just like, "Hey guys, we got the tournament starting in 10 minutes. Everybody who's over here playing Mario Kart, we all love Mario Kart. That's why it's in the tournament. We need these chairs empty so the players can get in there. We'll be done in an hour. Go get a drink. Come on back. Watch the tournament." That sort of thing. And he's just,
No,
teacher,
yeah.
that
He went
like,
in full teacher mode. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I get that. I get that feeling.
Yeah.
I understand.
Mm.
It's just how it works.
So yeah, so he had emailed me a little while ago saying, "Hey, I'm going to be in Nashville because we're funding a position at Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. Um, would you like to come on the tour with me?" And because you've done some work for Child's Play before, and that's part of what funded this, but also because the Gamers Outreach stuff you've done directly impacts Vanderbilt Children's Hospital.
Mhm.
Um, and so I was like, yeah, okay. Um, and then I was like, well, you know what? Why don't you come on my show that evening after the tour, and we can kind of talk about what we saw, talk about the charity, that sort of thing. That might be fun for people. He's like, yeah, cool. Oh, also, my family's going to be in town. And I was like, I could set up an audience area in the studio here. It's bigger than even though the apartment on the whole has less square feet, the room that I'm recording in is now a
Mhm.
full garage rather than a small bedroom.
Mhm.
And so I set up a third monitor, and
And you went, "I'll put all the people in the heat."
well, yeah, so I will say we didn't go full send on this.
Mhm.
Because Travis's wife decided that she would
That
sit
was a
this one
no.
out. Yeah, yeah, and I don't blame her. It's like, oh, do I want to sit in Joe Hill's unair conditioned garage and try to keep my kids quiet? No, I think it's better for them to have to demonstrate that self discipline on their own. You know,
Yes.
and they were actually fantastic. I was very pleased with how like well behaved they were, because
Mhm.
it's hard to watch chat while you're streaming. It's harder to watch three chats. It's harder to watch three
Yes.
chats and also two of somebody else's children. And Um, but anyway, so my fiance helped me pick out some hardware to set up like an additional like headphone station over by the
Mhm,
audience chairs. So the audience headphones each have like adjustable volume, like with an amplifier. It's like really cool.
mhm.
And there's a third monitor so that the kids could see the OBS output full screen on that monitor. It's because it was kind of at a weird angle from where they were sitting. And so
I
anyway,
don't know why the screen's black either.
that's what I'm literally explaining why the screen is black. It's because I couldn't find my
No,
art software because it's on the other monitor, and I need to move it over here. And
if it's been explained, you've missed it. We've all missed it.
I've been
We've
I'm
all
in the
missed it.
process of explaining it.
This is
I'm
not an
s-
explanation. This is like, look at all the cool stuff I've done.
no, I'm explaining why I couldn't find the software. I couldn't find the software because it was on the third screen, which I couldn't easily see from where I was sitting. So I had to go power it up and
And you've been talking for 7 minutes.
I told you you didn't have to hear about this. I gave you the option. This was like the first thing I said was I said I have
I'm not fussed about hearing about this.
okay.
It's like, it's just sort of like, this is a really long explanation for my screen is black because I had guests in the studio and I had to set up a third monitor for those guests.
Yeah.
It's a really long explanation.
It's a 2-hour stream, Cleo. We can't just like I don't know. If if
No,
somebody
keep going, Joe. Keep going, Joe. Your screen being black's great for me. People will come to me. It's good.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Not that I'm showing anything particular because I need to explain my stuff before I
okay.
get started,
Oh,
really.
okay. So we're basically both
Waiting on you to finish this explanation. Go, go, go.
okay, so hold on.
Fast, fast, fast. Speedy, speedy, speedy. This is
I'm
not going to look good for your lawyer career.
Oh, well, I've actually
Not being
prepared.
able to solve that within the space of like
I
10
was
minutes
I was
for a
going to
closing
ask
argument.
how much pretrial prep are you doing with Skiz?
No,
None.
none to very little.
Okay, because like
Because he's
coordinating
already got his defense sorted and sorry, his
his
prosecution sorted.
prosecution, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
No, that's fair because I also have not. Mm,
I,
I've kind of gone
I'm
out of my way to avoid talking to Doc about my defense because I think
because you
it's
already know he's guilty
well,
because
yeah,
he told you he was
because he
guilty.
told everyone he was guilty.
He's
And
guilty.
and so now what I need so basically I'm in the situation of having to argue the judge that his guilt is irrelevant, which is always fun. So, yeah. But the thing is, yeah, if I tell Doc that, he's going to be like, "No, no, no, you need to prove I'm not guilty." I'm like, "Doc, that is literally impossible at this point. Let me do the I'm cuz if we sit down and I'm like, "Doc, here's how I'm going to do this damage control." He'll be like, "Don't do damage control, fix it." And I don't have the energy for that. I have the energy to do
You
the
don't
damage
have the
control.
case for that.
I can fix this. I genuinely believe I can make a very strong case that everybody here is overreacting,
Right, but the
including
thing is,
Doc.
do you remember that my case is for emotional distress? So you've not only got to minimize my emotional distress,
Mhm.
which is not going to go well for you, against B dubs.
Uh-huh. Well, I've put a lot of thought into this, and I don't want to.
I've
I I
If it
am
helps, I'm not going after monetary damages.
no, that's fine.
Just emotional damages. So it's like a tit for tat thing going on.
Yeah.
So
I think this will turn out fine at the end.
I think it will turn out fine because I've already taken steps to make sure it will turn out fine for me.
Mhm.
Anyway,
I've heard a lot of people are like, "How concerned are you about Cleo? What do you call it? Bribing the judge?" And I'm like, "I am not. That is not a problem."
it's not a
Uh,
problem because, Doc doesn't have any money to do it.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
all right. So before we start, let me just catch you up
Okay.
before I can start, let me just catch you up on what happened last week. So I played with UV resin for the first time.
Did you properly ventilate the area?
The area is properly ventilated,
Okay.
yes.
Good. Good. That's important with
So
UV resin. I've got your screen up now. My stuff is still a
And
mess,
then
but
I got I had brought like a little like blind ball for it.
mm-hmm.
And so I fixed all the toys that I was going to, and then I made this little mini pizza because it's like a make it a miniature food thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then chat basically gave me money to go and buy more balls, and I
Okay.
said, "Fine, I'll get another 4." And then they were half price. So I've got 8 blind balls, but apparently there is a way to find out approximately what's in them, or at
Okay.
least make sure you don't get duplicates.
So do you just rattle them to see if they make the same sound, and if they do, it's
No,
a
no.
duplicate?
Like, if I bring it up to the camera, there is a pinhole in that.
Oh, the camera on my screen is not unpaused, apparently.
Like that, like I put
Oh,
a
I do
circle
see.
around the pinholes.
Oh, do they come with a pinhole, or
Yeah, they come with a
did you
pinhole.
create that?
No, they came with the pinhole.
Okay.
And I looked at the wrapping for the pizza, and it matched the hole that was supposed to be there. So I know approximately what's in all of these balls. There are 4 that I'm not too sure about, but these ones I'm pretty sure what's in them. And this one is supposed to be a red velvet cake. And I opened it and felt around inside the packaging for a cake. So I'm going to be putting some of these together. So this is a red velvet bundt cake. Now I don't know 100% what's in them, but I'm going to have some fun and I'm going to make stuff.
Okay. I'm curious.
So like, I've also signed these, so because these are really nice and easy to travel in case anything comes up in the future.
Uh-huh. So, oh, wait. So you're, okay.
So these are things that I can make that I can just send off
Okay.
to people
So these are
if they want.
kits to construct the
Yeah.
red velvet cake. Okay.
Yes, these are kits. They're blind kits. And I opened this one up until I felt what felt like a cake. And if I if I just start opening things up, it should be blindingly obvious. Oh.
Yeah, probably.
It's a red velvet bundt cake. That's what I felt.
Okay.
So you get a little one, and then you get that's a cake plate, and then you get like the resin on top of everything. That's chocolate chips.
These are very tiny chocolate chips, I'm sure.
They're in a like teeny weeny.
Yeah, apparently.
I too am a sucker for mini kits. Like honestly, like I may have spent some of my own money on a pack that's coming through later on. Maybe not later on today, but later on in life.
Later on in life.
Yeah, and then you get like a knob for the dome thing, and then you get tweezers. So, and then now I get to play with the resin, which is in this case glaze. So there you go. So that's what I'm doing today. That's all I needed to explain to everybody.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it when I change the cake. So I'm going to make a little bundt cake. So tell me more about your what do you call it? Your guests.
Oh, yeah, so we did a 2-hour show, and the studio did not become unhealthfully warm. I had like turned up the air conditioning and circulated the air in advance, so that kind of, had the room cooler earlier. And so yeah, that went well.
That's good.
But yeah, no, I think everybody had a good time. I signed a couple TCG cards for the kids. Those are really good, like, thanks for coming by, gifts for stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Gonna have to ask them to send me. Hey, can you guys? Can I get an extra like 25 Joe Hill's comments to sign or so for people?
I mean, I'm pretty sure if we asked, that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it's probably something we should have done in the contract phase, though. But whatever, it's fine.
I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, no,
possibly.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not like a problem, but like I'm realizing, like, See, this is part of getting better at things over time, is I keep realizing as I go, like, oh, I should have done this.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh my god, these are tiny.
Are they individual, like,
Yep.
chocolate chips? And do you have
Individually things.
tweezers?
Yeah, these are the ones that they provide you, but I've decided to use my own.
Mm-hmm.
But teeny weeny. I don't know if you can where the camera's pointing these days. But yeah, like a centimeter or so. But it's really cute, and I'm obsessed. And if you want to look up pinhole cheats, if you ever find these,
Mm-hmm.
if you're in the UK, Tesco currently have them on for half price a ball.
Oh,
So
this is not what I'm looking for. That was just me messing with the charcoal thing. What is B-Dubs Maps?
that is a good question. I don't know.
That's a file I made for B-Dubs with a map in it. It's not attached.
Yeah. What are you doing today, by the way, Joe? What craft?
I was trying to design a suit for court. Are you dressing up for court tomorrow?
No?
Yeah, I feel like... yeah.
I feel like you might be taking this way more seriously than the rest of us.
Well...
This is dangerous information for you, Cleo. Sorry, Badger. You're not allowed to get small things to take with you because you can't take them with you.
All the small things. La da da dee. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so anyway, the actual thing that I was going to talk about before you insisted on asking more about why you couldn't see my screen is I was going to say that Badger
this is
had
my
the
fault.
London Embassy interview yesterday and got approved for a visa.
Ooh.
So that's
you
actually
are approved.
That's actually the big news. And I'm sure Badger's been sitting here going, "Why are they not talking about this?" Do you know how long I had to wait in an embassy? So, yeah, I am very excited. Which is another good reason to have the studio set up for additional guests, because when Badger's friends and family are here, you know, in the time leading up to the wedding, you know, they can join us in the studio for some fun with shows. Yay.
Yay. What does Joe do all day? Oh, no.
You can just...
He's in the garage.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, you know, I was telling Corinne, I'm like, well, now that this is set up, you can get to those chairs without walking behind me. You know, if you want to just come in and see what I'm doing on stream, you can, or, you know, just come and put the headphones on quietly and hang out, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to last very long, probably.
It actually worked out really well, though, that, because, like...
No, I mean Corinne wanting to come and see what you're doing.
No, I mean...
Because you're not going to be very cool for very long.
I'm not very interesting. No, I get it. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I didn't say that, but sure, take it that way. I don't care.
Okay. So let's see. I've got all sorts of different groups for these clothes here. Okay, so teal jacket group, olive jacket group. Okay.
You have jacket groups.
Yeah, I have groups of layers in the art program.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the teal jacket might have, like, a different layer for the zippers than for the cloth, you know.
Right.
So I'm trying to think, like, when you think iconic legal clothing, I think Star Trek is probably the way to go. They usually have pretty extravagant clothing and when they appear in court. At least the people who aren't in uniform.
Sure.
So...
Sure.
I don't know. Does anybody have any particular Star Trek, like, legal episodes where they're like, oh, that person was really rocking that?
I mean, they usually do the dress with, like, the skort and everything.
Well, yeah.
So...
Well, I wasn't going to do the Starfleet uniform, but, like, the civilians in court are always, like the, when they have, like, civilian prosecutors or civilian judges. They've always got crazy stuff. Kindless MC says Strange New World had a good court episode. Who did it? Was there a civilian prosecutor or defense attorney? I remember. I think most of them were in uniform or in dress uniforms, dressed like Q from the early seasons. Well, he was a judge. I'm not trying to show B-dubs up. Strange New World season 2 episode 2 had civilian lawyers. Okay. Lady Oolong also says, I don't suppose Q judging humanity from the first episode of Star Trek The Next Generation is the vibe you're going for. No, because this is B-dubs' courtroom, and me dressing as a judge is going to be an insult to the judge.
I mean, honestly, I don't think B-dubs would notice.
Well, I like to think that B-dubs is very clever and is going to appreciate my clever arguments. Because
sure. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure it'll be fine.
You sound very, very confident in that.
I'm confident in you, Joe.
Thank you, Cleo.
Also, I'm quite confident.
What's the amount of emotional damages you're looking for?
I am not specifically looking for an amount. I'm looking for a thing to happen that I think will be very funny, which will annoy Doc.
Gotcha.
I need to discuss that with Skiz, because he probably should present that to the court.
Cardjewel says, just dress like B-dubs. Somebody says, one of the outfits from the Drumhead episode in The Next Generation or from The Devil's Due. I am taking notes here. Court clothing. But yeah, I know you said you never got around to Star Trek The Lower Decks.
I didn't know.
No, there's a great bit where the crew kind of goes home for a few months while the ship is repaired after a particularly wild adventure the previous episode. And so they're all wearing their civilian clothes, and like the engineering guy has this crazy sweater on that's like bright purple with like huge orange zigzags. And so anyway, they get captured by some aliens, and the aliens are like, we're going to have a trial. And he's like, I can't show up for court like this. It's not asymmetrical enough. Because, like, for whatever reason, the Star Trek episodes with the court stuff, they always have the wildest outfits.
They do have asymmetrical outfits. This is true.
And I was like, I gotta go all in on this.
You do have to have an asymmetrical outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised. I thought the name of the character in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games was Ace Attorney, like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, right? And apparently it's not.
No.
So they've only been making these games for like 13 or 14 years. Sorry. I never played one, but I've just seen GIFs on the internet.
Seen GIFs on the internet.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is, I found this out because they were like I found this out watching the latest Nintendo Direct. And I was like, I said to my friend, I'm like, wait, the name of the main guy is blah blah blah, And they're like, well, that's actually only in this game. In the other games, it's Phoenix Wright. So you didn't even actually realize that it wasn't Ace Attorney to the correct name. You still had the wrong name. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like something you'd do.
I'm the best at things I would do.
Okay, before we go any further, let me thank Gemmaling, who has resubscribed for 26 months, says sub for 26 months, but I've been watching for 5 or 6. I'm assuming that's years. Still haven't found an exit, but I'm not looking. Here's to many more years of Cleo awesomeness. That's the plan. Fingers crossed. Gunther H has resubscribed for 10 months, says, here you go, take my Prime sub. I appreciate your Prime sub. Commander... Sam has resubscribed for 12 months and says, way! Valid. And Stellaris Rex has resubscribed for 14 months. Thank you. So next question for the chat.
I'm not good at. Oh, sorry. I thought you were going for me.
Sorry. Before we go, do I do what comes next? Dino tacos or unicorn sundae? That's on you guys.
How would you know that they were dino tacos? Because, like, at a certain point, if I serve somebody ostrich tacos and I put turkey tacos next to them, they would have a hard time identifying which was which before tasting.
These ones come with a little dinosaur thing to hold the tacos.
Oh.
Now, again, these are blind boxes. I don't know if this is accurate. This is what should be in it, but if it's not, that's fine. It does seem like dino tacos. But yeah, no, like... it would just be the same as any bird/lizard iguana thing.
Okay, so I am very slowly opening Star Trek on the iPad here for reference.
Hope the Brits are doing okay in these weeks. As someone who lives in Scotland, I'm fine. It's not that warm.
Yay! Yeah, I heard it was really pretty good up in Whitby as well when Badger was there. And terrible back in London. Badger says, I am dying.
Oh, Badger, I'm sorry you're dying. But you know what? If you die, at least I have a hive train whilst you're doing it. And that's the important thing.
Yeah, okay.
If you die, it will save on the moving expenses. Which is harsh, but fair. Sam Chid Biddies, thank you. And Jenny B14 has resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you for coming back. That's really important. Pushed cheered Moonicorn Bitties for a Moonicorn Sunday. And Raging Rhino has resubscribed for 40 months. I'd like to say something clever, but it's too hot. Hope you're doing well. That's valid. You know what? Entirely valid. Were you born in Scotland? Yes, I definitely sound like I'm Scottish. No, I was not born in Scotland. Which is not the same as not living in Scotland. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm looking at in Ad Aspera per Aspera. There's one of the attorneys is wearing like a dark teal dress with like a weird fur thing only on one side. And so one of the sleeves is the weird fur and the other sleeve is the dark teal. And it also has like a strange cut to the right.
I don't know about that. I'm keeping all the packaging and all the leftovers just in case I need to use it to make some other stuff.
So yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of things that like I was like, I need to demonstrate that I'm good at things. Cleo just thanked a bunch of people for tips. I forgot to post the tipping link until recently. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Just as a side thing.
Just as a side
note. Just as a side note, I do have to. Yeah, Badger's covering moving expenses, but yeah, I've got to start putting down some deposits on like wedding venues and stuff soon. Yeah. And yeah,
doesn't feel like dinosaur tacos.
It's gonna be a whole thing.
Let's.
Okay.
Oh, got taco beef though.
Wait, really? So yeah. It's not taco dino.
No, it might be, but we've got the beef to make the tacos with.
Okay, and it comes in a tiny can.
It comes in a tiny can.
It's interesting to me. So you end up with the food at the end, but you also end up with tiny packaging.
Yeah, which kind of makes me want to make a tiny kitchen.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna say,
oh,
is
that
that
feels
part
weird.
of the intent? Is that you build a tiny pantry at the end?
I mean, I think the food itself is the thing, but honestly, I am keeping the tiny packaging because
Hmm.
that's from the pizza. I got a little tiny pizza crust bag.
Yeah.
So, and like the tiny look at the tiny little packaging that the tomatoes come in. It's cute.
That is cute.
So, yeah, but also miniature stuff is kind of my thing. Like I like watching like miniature stuff being made and done. I think we do have dino tacos, but I don't know what is in the rest of the packaging. It's the little dinosaur. I have dino
Ooh,
tacos, everybody.
little
That's where
taco
that's where the
shelf.
taco. Yeah, it's where the tacos sit. Okay, I'm happy. This is the one that I wanted. This is the only one that I wanted.
Lady Vaporeon
So
says, I personally would have gone for the legally blonde hot pink suit. I got one of those IRL from a thrift shop.
I
I mean,
oh.
I was gonna say I haven't
Now
seen
that
that
you've said
film
it,
for since 2003 probably. I saw that movie like on VHS, I think, around when it came out. It might have been a DVD, but I feel like we were in my friend's car and it was really cool that my friend's car had a tape player, a VHS player in it.
hmm
Because it was like a van and we were going to a cross country meet and it was like, ooh.
got hot sauce.
Let me find. I really like going the Star Trek route. Like I feel
hmm
like if I hadn't gotten so emotionally invested in going full Trek
The
on
Star,
this, yeah, like
the hot pink.
I have been binge watching Star Trek for the last few days,
Of
and
course you have.
I'm about to switch gears to watching legal shows for like the next 24 hours. Uh,
Thank you, Sam, for the biddies for the Tachosaurus. I
uh,
appreciate.
because yeah, I really feel like you haven't seen the legal show The Grinder, have you?
No, but I've heard that's an app.
No, they also made a television show. Um,
Look at that little tiny taco shell.
ooh, that is very tiny. It's a
They're
corn
very
tortilla.
cute. Look, they are corn. They are corn tortillas, taco shells in the little taco box. Hey, like this is my best day ever. This is fine. I got exactly what I wanted.
Alice Not Alice correctly points out Legally Blonde is too straightforward and sensible a reference for Joe anyway, I feel. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
like how the Hermit's Helping Hermits theme is a parody of the True Detective theme song. Because I'm like, kids love True Detective.
a little pack of shredded cheese. This is adorable. Like this is the best thing.
I'm surprised
I'm
they didn't give you a
obsessed.
tiny grater and a block of cheese and have you grate it.
Well, it's not really cheese is the problem.
Yeah, but like if it was like clay or like Play-Doh or something, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like the tiny cheese grater would, maybe
Maybe a
add to the
problem.
costs.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Oh, and
Yeah,
I've got like
how
shredded
much do these
lettuce.
cost? These seem particularly
These
elaborate.
ones cost me a fiver per ball.
That's not too bad.
No, but they were half price.
Okay.
I wasn't like I would have only bought like four if it was like full price because
Mhm.
I promised people that if they sent me money for balls, I would buy balls with them,
Mhm.
and that seems fair.
Yeah,
So,
no, like if you earmark something like that, I do feel like there is an obligation to follow through.
yeah. So I spent all the money that they sent me on balls, and then I spent another like 30 quid on my own stuff for like a play set where I know what's coming.
Mhm.
So, okay. Like, how are we like it? This is really cute.
Oh, wait, I think I see
Why
what's
am I so
happening here.
obsessed?
Filters.
Obsessed. Need to be careful with the packaging. I
Not
use
sure
it
that that's what
all.
I wanted to do.
My roommate loves making these. We have a whole shelf full of them. These are great. This is like my favorite thing. I'm trying to open this without damaging the packaging, because in case I want to make a mini kitchen and I need mini packaging for it.
I mean, I think making a mini kitchen would be fun. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. I think it'd be a nice little detour. Particularly for a craft stream.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, I've opened it at the back, so the front stays intact.
Okay. Whoop. Cropping 3,000 pixels out of the side is worse than 300.
Probably, yeah. That does sound like it's worse.
It ends up being too many pixels, it turns out. Okay, so we're going to copy this crop pad over to that layer. Oh boy. Paste. Okay, so now that should align again. Okay.
All the ingredients. I'm doing this. I've got to. It's got to look perfect. Just search for them from an American supermarket, and they do MasterChef. They only do MasterChef branded, make your own ones. Oh, well, no. Miniverse is an American company, so you know they do Miniverse stuff.
Actually, wait. If I select both of these, I'm learning a lot about OBS whether I want to or not right now. I can't resize both at the same time. I guess I could manually transform the layers, but that feels like something I would whine about.
Sounds like something you're already whining about.
It does. It does sound suspiciously like that.
Words.
I know.
How do they work?
I know. Morning, Julia loves music. Okay, so Twitchy Character says, "What program are you using to make the skin?" This is Affinity Photo. Okay. So we've got the Teal Jacket group here. And
so, Badger, when are you moving?
I like that we're gonna wait for the stream delay rather than asking me.
Yeah.
Who could answer?
Oh no, in 3 weeks. Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
That's really exciting.
I'm
so
very
pleased
excited
for you. I'm pleased for Badger.
Well, I will take that as an indirect compliment that...
Oh, this is weird feeling stuff. Yeah, you should probably take it as an indirect compliment, because it was very indirect.
Exceptionally indirect.
This is stringy and stuck together. Oh.
What, the cheese or the
taco meat?
Interesting.
Okay. No, I'm down. I've got this. Oh, it's weird. I like it though.
Oh, it's stringy.
Yeah. But they've given me like so much, so I could like make like meatballs and stuff for if I ever have a pasta one, I guess. Okay, that's far too much. That's far too much meat in there. Maybe I'll push it down.
Okay. Kindle says Battlestar Galactica had some court episodes. I actually never got around to watching that. I heard it was one of those things where people were like, "Oh, you got to watch this before it goes off Netflix." And I was like, "I'm not going to let Netflix hold me hostage like that. I'll eventually just buy the entire show on DVD and watch it." But
I mean, that's valid. I've not watched it either.
I would rather, like, I understand that some like new series, the only way to watch them is on streaming, but like for something older, I'd rather make sure I'd rather buy it from the, like, I want to create the economic signal that, hey, I am willing to pay X amount of money for this specific thing because this specific thing was good. Make more good specific
Make
things.
more good things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's valid. What order do you make tacos? I mean, technically there's a how-to guide for these things. Technically. So for the tacos, oh, that's from a different ball. That's from a different ball. That's why I was confused.
Nola says, I don't like any recommendation that sounds like a homework assignment. Watch before it's off Netflix, whether you feel like it or not, is in that category. Exactly. I'm not going to let Netflix's schedule boss me around.
Yeah. So it's put the beef in the taco, then put sauce on it, and then add cheese and stuff. So,
okay. So I need.
So let's get the hot sauce. A whole menu of crafts. Like, I have so many balls, Kish. I've got so many balls. No, like genuinely, I've got a lot of balls.
Okay. Where's the skin template guide?
Okay, this one's got a little funnel, which I don't know if I want to use. Because I feel like a toothpick. Oh, it's orange. Oh, that's so cool. It's gloopy. I feel like a toothpick will give me better control than a sauce nozzle.
Okay. Right arm.
I like to put my cheese in first so the heat of the meat melts and stops leakage from the shell.
Okay.
Badger, are you a wizard? Because that feels like a wizard thing to say.
I mean, I would traditionally, if there's refried beans going in, I would use a spatula to spread a layer of refried beans for the same reason. Because that also helps.
I don't make tacos a lot, so...
I don't imagine it's especially easy to get the ingredients there.
Not really. Well, no, it's easy enough to get the ingredients here. But, it's not really a staple product the way it is in the US. Okay, that goes in my little silicone cup. And now I get to add...
Right, Letty Craft says you have to go to a large supermarket. Yeah, that's the thing, is I'm sure a lot of people just go to their local shop. You're not going to go all the way to a big supermarket just to get taco stuff.
Yes and no, I suppose. I guess. Eh.
Okay, so I'm looking at this, and I'm wrapping my head around the diagram, and...
Oh no, cheese overboard.
Okay, so... File, save as... We're gonna... Pair jeans, layer hair, t-shirt, 2024, skin... We're gonna call this one, court apparel.
Put this one in the dinosaur.
Save.
Whilst we wait. Okay. Let's get some more sauce on. Well, actually, maybe I should put a little bit of sauce on top.
Okay. Just as a reminder, we are rotating the Cleo cam 1 degree angular for every $1 that rolls in, and tips are welcome. Or not. Yeah, we're currently at 0 degrees angular.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't
tips are
talking
welcome
about
via
that. That's really
PayPal.me/showhills and
harsh.
YouTube Super Chat. No, I was like, well, thank you for calling attention to that. That is, hey, Incurious, just rolling in. No half measures here. Ink Curious says, congratulations to you and Badger on the visa and upcoming wedding, and tips 100. So let's go ahead and spin
That's
that
cool.
Cleo. Woo!
Woo! Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, where's the, hold on, I gotta find because the rotation for the, this thing is way different. Hold on, is it rotation Z? Doo. Oh, wait, it was already upside down. Hold on. Apparently, Cleo's screen's been upside down this whole time. Thanks, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and rotate it 100 degrees.
Professionals.
Yeah, apparently, pulling the slider all the way to the left was -180 and not 0. I thought I had zeroed out the slider at the beginning of the stream. So. Pushed says, I really want to tip Joe $360. You know, just end that sentence there and do it. That's an option you have.
I'm not convinced that's an option Pushed has.
Okay. Maybe we need a better Patreon for the armor stand mod. Then that should be an option Pushed has. Armor stand stuff has been...
Push doesn't deal with the armor stand mod anymore. He just created it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's harden our tacos.
So, if we are going to make this clothing asymmetrical here, first step is going to be, hey, got another 84 rolling in from Kindalis, who says, here, let's get Cleo all the way upside down. So we're going to bring Cleo
Ishan has resubscribed for, hang on.
There we go, -176 now.
6 months. And Roletti Craft resubscribed for 37 months. Are you going to make it rain tacos? It's raining tacos.
Hallelujah.
Ooh. I mean, I guess.
La da 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 da. Taco.
Taco.
Domo arigato, Mr. Thrown Taco. Hold on.
Don't get hot sauce in your eye, particularly not today, because that ain't a hot sauce. Everyone take a drink whilst we UV cure the resin.
Wait. Oh, so you're actually UV curing the resin right now?
Yeah, that's what the torch is for. It's a UV torch.
So did you have to buy a new UV torch, or did this come with the kit, or...
This is my UV torch.
Ah.
You can just leave it in the sun, it says, and it will be fine. But if I wanted to do like an instant thing,
which is what you were attempting,
which like have something dripping and catching it. So, for example, there's a drip on the cake which I caught with the UV torch.
Okay.
Down the side.
That's very cool.
Okay.
Okay.
And like I had with this thing, I kept the pizza cutter upright and hit it with the UV torch. And I do notice a piece of mint has fallen off. Not mint. I guess that's probably basil.
You've got some faulty basil there, Cleo.
Tiny tacos. I should probably UV cure it to the dinosaur, at least that one.
Modern layered skin template. So
okay, that can go to one side.
That can go here.
Actually, what we shall do is we shall cure this stick and get rid of it. And then we'll try and get all the cheese and all the lettuce that I didn't use, which is surprising that they gave you that much for that many cat tacos. And we'll use the little silicone bowl.
Okay. Turn the opacity down here. Head, body.
The opacity is down.
Lower leg,
everybody.
Or left arm, left. Okay, so that's left leg 1. Okay, right leg, body 2, right arm, body. Right arm, right leg. Okay. Okay, I feel like we want to go with the teal from the teal shirt. Because that's already, we've already got that palette there. Okay.
Wonder what the green thing was before I realized it was the dino.
Yeah.
Yep. The taco's cute. I want one of these. Like, do they make these in grown-up sizes?
A
Asking for a
taco?
friend.
They do make tacos in grown-up sizes, Cleo. I know you don't have a lot of Mexican restaurants there in Scotland. Hey, real quick, thank you to Kish Doodles for tipping 5. We're gonna go ahead and rotate that Cleo another 5 degrees angular. Oh boy, that's really slow if I do it the scroll wheel. There it is. Kish says, I recently got jump scared you by watching the Second Wind Firelink podcast. Nice to see another enjoyer. I don't know which one's the Firelink podcast. I just sometimes put things on that are on YouTube channels I follow. I know what Second Wind is. That's a YouTube channel, but I have no idea what
that is a YouTube channel.
I have no idea what the Firelink podcast is. This is the problem. Like, people will be like, "Oh, do you enjoy this?" And I'm like, "Or are you a fan of this?" And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of know what it is, and I watch it sometimes, but like, I couldn't tell you anything about it. Yeah. I've been I've been watching them closely because they're from a business standpoint. Are you familiar with the company Second Wind?
Yes.
Yeah. They're basically trying to recreate their branch of The Escapist as a creator-owned company, and creator-owned businesses are an interest of mine, let's say.
There we go. Tacos.
You pronounce the word tortilla.
Tortilla.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to call it tortilla? Just to say English? Or would that annoy you?
Me? Oh, it doesn't bother me.
Oh,
or are you
Poppy.
talking about...
Poppy, we do know how to pronounce tortilla. But I'm going to call it tortilla from now on, just to annoy you. And that'll be fine.
You could call them tortality chips.
I probably could, actually. That is a correct statement.
Tortle corn chips of the sun. Hold on, there's something here.
I'm not sure there is, Joe, but go for it.
I know, right? Okay. Okay. So we're trying to make this outfit more asymmetrical to match this Star Trek lady's dress. Well, not match it, but we want to like, I'm not going to directly rip off the costume designer, but I'm going to take inspiration from it.
I don't think you can directly rip off the costume designer.
Well, like, I mean, there's a difference between, it's kind of like, if I was like, I'm going to build a model of this building in Minecraft, and I'm like looking at the specs and the original design and I'm adapting it, versus like, oh, hey, I took a few notes, like having 7 pillars in the front is interesting, or, 2 stories, right? Like, it's a different level of derivation,
Sure.
I'm not trying to directly, like, oh, I've got to match the angles exactly. It's like, I like the idea of like one light gray sleeve. Like, I feel like that's an interesting setup here. So first thing we're gonna do.
Do I need to do a victim impact statement? Is that something that I need to do?
That sounds very British. I don't know if we have those. What is that?
Victim impact statement is basically when you go to court and the victim says, "This is what you did to the defendant." Pretty sure I actually saw it in an American courtroom. This is what you did to me. This is why I'm going through this.
If you would like to do that, that's fine. But Lady Vaporeon says we do have those. Interesting. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, like I say, I thought that was an American thing.
Badger says those definitely exist in America. I mean, if you would like to, if you think that will help your case, let me
Like,
think.
I'm not performing for you.
Let me think
I'm
about if this will
performing for
help.
B-dubs, not for you.
Let me think if this will help my case. Yes, you should do this.
Okay.
Okay, so we want to clear the zippers on this side, as well as the. Okay, so we're gonna unlock the teal jacket group. Whoops. Uh-oh. Nope. I want to.
Yeah, eat tiny food. Yes, indeed, yeah, eat tiny food. Tiny food is the best. Except for real food, which you can eat. That's better.
Edit. Is there a fill with alt backspace?
There's so much cheese. Why did they give you so much cheese? You can't fit this much cheese. This is an excessive amount of cheese. What about real tiny food? I'd rather have big real food. Nick did mention how their other shows are getting more attention since they become Second Wind. Yeah, Yahtzee remains Yahtzee. I was following Yahtzee before he was actually on the Escapist. So.
Oh yeah, I remember his Orange Box video when it came out, and that must have been a long time ago.
Oh, I watched him. I followed his comic before he did videos.
Oh, I didn't realize he had done a comic. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's Yahtzee Takes on the World.
No, this was not on my radar.
It's very old. Did fan art and everything.
Oh wow.
I know.
But yeah, the Second Wind people, like, I've always liked Jack. I've seen him in a lot of other stuff. And like I played D&D with him for a charity event once, which was really fun. And then I
used to work for him. Oh,
you used to work for Jack?
No, Courtney says I used to work for him. I'm assuming that we're talking about Yahtzee there.
Oh, okay. That's cool. But yeah, and then I wasn't, like, most of the rest of them weren't really on my radar, but I've really enjoyed I think that Frost guy is particularly fun and clever. I've been enjoying his videos and his commentary. Watching him argue with Yahtzee is always good. Courtney says I managed his video gaming bar. I didn't know he had a video gaming bar.
Nice. That's cool.
Was that like in California or in the Australia days?
Used to, it closed down in Brisbane, Australia.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's a shame. But I understand lots of things like have niche audiences. Like there was I don't know if it still exists, but there used to be like a Star Trek bar in London that I went to a couple of times. I don't know if that still exists. Yeah. A lot of my friends were much more nerdy than I am. And they were way more into Star Trek. So, you know, valid. So confused why my body woke me up at 6 a.m. on a Wednesday. It was for this. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. So we have a unicorn sundae or the taiyaki ice cream. We've gone savory, now we're going dessert. I think I only have desserts from here.
Okay. So it's going to be the right arm that I kept, so we need to remove...
They're both ice cream. They're both ice cream. They're both ice cream. You can't just say ice cream. Unicorn or fish?
Oh, okay. So people are saying that the victim impact statements are used in the sentencing phase of the trial, not in the phase that we're in. Okay, yeah. Then I do know what you're talking about. I just thought, okay. Sorry. I was like,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Unicorn.
I was just
Okay.
not linking the two because yeah, it's not the right phase. Like nobody's been
Because
convicted
you
yet.
you are because you are incredibly hyper focused on one thing at a time.
I do tend to do that.
Yes, I know, which was why I mentioned it. Okay, we don't know if it's Unicorn Sunday, but I think it is based on the pinhole trick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, da, da, da. Okay, so left arm is down here, and we removed the left part of the chest on here. So now we can erase this as well.
There are so many mini tables.
And now we are going to mask. Where's the back of the jacket, I guess is the question. Okay, that's probably this. Okay, I think we're just going to have to delete half of this and then figure it out.
Probably. But Leslie tipped biddies and said, I think in how you could display the tiny creations, could add magnets to the back of them, become refrigerate rot. I think they're a little bit too delicate for that to be hanging sideways.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I get it. I don't know what this is. Yeah. Okay. Let's start opening packages. This is biscuits. Checkerboard biscuits. Sun-baked sweets.
Okay.
Okay. But they're pink and white, so maybe this is going to be probably the resin, which is cotton candy syrup. Does feel like a unicorn sundae.
Okay, so we're going to export this and we're going to test it out in the Minecraft launcher, which
Does look like a Bathenberg yogurt.
I only have installed for testing skins.
Got a spoon.
And apparently it needs to update. How small a spoon? Wow, that is a very tiny spoon.
Tiny spoon. And I've dropped the doobly-doo on the bottom of the floor. On the bottom of the floor. Oh! I didn't realise I had my didn't have my hang on a second. Oop.
I do not want to provide optional data to Microsoft. Ever.
You don't? How dare you?
I know.
And then, ooh, pink and blue and yellow sprinkles.
Oh my god, why do they keep changing this stuff? I just want to change my skin.
Yeah, it's a pain at the moment. Okay. This feels like, oh, it's not unicorn. Oh, it might be. This is a waffle bowl.
Okay. This is actually better than I was expecting.
Oh my god, this is so cute.
Oh my god, I do like the waffle bowl.
Waffle bowl is so cute.
That's exciting. Okay.
And then cotton candy?
Okay. So I need to add a layer that captures the
candy ice cream.
Minecraft what do you call
balls
it?
of ice cream. It's little balls of ice cream. It's little balls of ice cream. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Window capture.
So cute. It's cotton candy ice cream, guys. It's 4 scoops, 4 whole scoops of cotton candy ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, gonna have to
So I've got the one sleeve thing. I've got that sorted. Apparently there is a mistake with that shoulder there. Although, honestly, that is very Star Trek.
The fact that you've gone Star Trek for this it just kind of blows my mind a little bit.
Why? Star Trek
I
has the
don't
best
know.
court episodes. If I went full grinder with this, you would probably never forgive me. So I'm taking it in a different direction.
The fact that you keep on saying full grinder without reference, Joe.
I told you it's the best legal TV show ever. It's called The Grinder. It had Rob Lowe and Ben Savage in it. He was in Deadpool, Once Upon a Deadpool, and also
Sure.
sure.
Grinder has no more meanings
the
than that.
Never Ending Story. You remember Ben Savage from The Never Ending Story?
I remember Ben Savage.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, well then how come you haven't checked out like his best show ever?
Because
I mean, this guy.
Not 12.
It also has Timothy Oliphant in it. It's a very good show.
Sure. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is how is this going to come off? How is this going to come off? I might have to decant this into the resin bowl. Oh, it's not a flip top. It's a screw cap. It's a screw cap. Okay. So it's a fake pour syrup, right? How am I going to do this?
Lakshmi13 says, "All right, what's Grinder on?" I just bought it on iTunes. I don't know. I don't keep up with what service has what. But I posted an iTunes link if you use that. It's probably on Amazon or anything else. This is not something I'm making up. Oh, sorry, Fred Savage, not Ben Savage.
Know who that is too?
Yeah. But this is a real thing. I am not just using this to troll Cleo.
I didn't think you were, but also you keep on using the word grinder.
That's literally the name of the show. It's literally the name of the show.
That is not, like, I believe you. That doesn't stop it having other connotations. I think Grinder is on iOS and Android. Yeah, I agree too. I think it probably is.
There we go. See, thank you, Polar Void. I appreciate you. Okay, so I think I need to come in here and... Is there a pixel by pixel eraser? Erase brush tool. Ugh. Okay, so what I need to do is take this teal jacket group and I'm going to edit. I want to do a color change.
Definitely on Joe's side here, not poking fun at all. Nope, didn't think you were.
I appreciate that. You know, I don't always feel like I have very broad support. I appreciate how deep some of the support is. Ink Curious and Kindalus and Kish all supporting the show financially. That I appreciate. But that's 3 people. You know, everybody else is just making fun of me, except for you, Polar Void. Thank you.
Yeah, Polar Void not making fun.
Mm-hmm.
Categorically not making fun. They've said it, therefore it's true.
Okay. So...
Doing this in layers actually helps a bunch.
Yeah, I'm doing this in layers too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are. Kitty, I know what you're asking. The answer is no. You do not.
Did you see that GIF that Jevin had of the cat moving the clock to dinner time?
No, but I believe I've seen that that before,
I
if
had
that
never seen
helps.
that. It was very amusing.
It's about right, though.
Okay. So where's the left
Cat's being
arm?
adorable in her fluffy little cat bed. Just on her belly, begging for attention.
Okay. Can we erase that only? Okay, now we gotta kill the red shirt layer. And I think we need to remove a couple pixels here as well. Okay, we're gonna need to remove that shirt color layer and that layer. Okay. Oh, we don't have a skin layer there is the problem. Okay.
Okay. It's time for sprinkles. What this really needs is a bit of whipped cream. Where's my spoon? Where's my spoon? I'm gonna put the spoon in here.
Okay.
And now we shall set the resin. Let's go. Get down. Get down. Get down.
Get down, cat. Go ahead. Get down. Get down, cat. Go ahead. Get down. Whoops, don't want that.
Cat has other plans. Cat can't be up here today.
Mm-hmm.
Not for a while. Normally I have no problems with Kitty, but right now Kitty is not allowed up here.
Because I'm guessing that UV stuff is probably pretty unhealthy for them.
Probably, yeah. A little doily, which I'm not going to use. Okay. Unicorn sundae, which is basically cotton candy sundae in a waffle bowl. But the poison is interesting. No, the attention is interesting. That's the only thing she's worried about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's UV cure this bit of the resin. See, the mini pizza started something. Yes, it did. But now I have all these little tubs with which I need to start a kitchen and make other things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the other things are, but I kind of need to make them. It's what my brain tells me. And my brain is rarely wrong.
Almost never. Okay. We need to remove that hair group.
It's true. And I've still, like, they give you so much mini sprinkles, which makes sense because they got to justify the price.
Yeah.
But also, you can make so many other things with this. Think of the possibilities.
Okay.
Need to make a tiny cafe with cats.
Mm-hmm.
The Donut IRL edition. Ooh. The Blender guy's not a nice person. Just so we know. Just so we're aware.
Like the 3D software?
No, the guy that made the donut tutorials. Not a good person.
I have no idea what this is.
There's a famous tutorial on Blender
On
that gets
the 3D software.
yeah, a tutorial about how to make like a donut specifically.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it's like when we mention things that are problematic, it's a good idea to let people go, yeah, did a good thing, made a good tutorial, not a good person.
So I guess what I'm saying is I have no idea who this is. I'm not trying to challenge whether or not I'm saying like I didn't know that Blender Donut was a tutorial or a video.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were talking about real blenders or the software.
Fair enough.
I'm saying what guy? Who? I'm not trying to argue whether or not he's a bad person. I'm like trying to figure out who
I didn't think you
is
were.
a bad person.
I didn't think you were.
Because it doesn't help me to be told that somebody's a bad
Well,
person. If somebody's like, the zebra chair guy is a bad person, I'm going to be like, did he force zebras to get in chairs? Did he design a chair with a zebra pattern out of actual zebras? Is that just his nickname? Is Blender Donut his online handle and he was a jerk in Call of Duty? I have literally no context, right? Like,
it's valid and fine, and I'm not going to talk about what he's done because
I don't think it really matters, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, I have no idea who this is.
That's fair. Okay, Unicorn Sunday made. So let's go for
What are you wearing to this? Like, are you just wearing your normal Minecraft
I'm sorry,
skin?
what? Like, okay, Joe, you can't just ask people what they're wearing.
The context is I'm talking about what I'm wearing to this event, and I like.
Okay.
Are you picking a? I know you said you're not making a new skin.
Issue. That was not me. That was a segue issue.
Are you wearing like you know, like did you pick something like, oh, this particular skin from season 8 would be good, or?
Wear my season 8 skin if that's what you want me to do.
I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is like the thing is I don't want to. I'm trying to figure out what color. I'm trying to figure out what color to make this sash, and I don't want to like accidentally show up wearing the same thing as you. Like
you are never going to be coming up wearing the same thing as me, Joe.
Okay.
Mint cake or fish ice cream?
Ooh, oh, look at that raid.
Hey, XB. Hi. We're making mini things. Woo. Joe is also here with me.
Hi.
Thank you, Firecracker, for the balls comment. I appreciate that. I do have nice balls. They are great. And inside the balls, we make tiny little food. Like this little bundt cake. And this little pizza. And the unicorn sundae. And my personal favorite, dinosaur tacos. I hope you had a good stream, XB, and go take a break because you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. But chat, the thing we need to know, mint checkered cake or fish ice cream? That's the important part. Thank you for the raid, but the important part, fish ice cream, mint cake. Looks like cake wins. Cake, 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 cake. Nobody's the least bit intrigued about fish ice cream.
Can you blame them? Like, I mean, it doesn't really sound particularly appealing to me. I mean, is that like a big thing in the UK there?
No.
Hey,
It's a
Firecracker.
Japanese thing.
Firecracker writes, Badger Spanner almost in the U.S. Hype! Woo! Also, thank you to Lost Colt Music for tipping 3. We're going to go ahead and rotate Cleo's camera another 3 degrees angular. Do. Yeah, I am currently working on designing a outfit for the court appearance coming up. Whoops.
It blows my mind that you're like, I mean, Skiz did an outfit,
Well,
technically.
so then I guess we both need an outfit, right? That makes sense to me.
I mean, sure.
I don't want you to think that I don't take this seriously, Cleo. I'm taking this as
Oh,
seriously as
trust me, Day.
possible.
Trust me, Day. The days of me not taking you seriously are definitely coming to a middle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm pleased to hear that. Okay,
It's not actually fish, it's just fish shaped. It is fish shaped.
Okay.
But mint cake, because this is one I wanted to do.
What?
Oh.
Okay. So
First things first, make the table. I don't know why this one is so bent. I'm not going to put stuff on that one. Let's hope this one is nice. There we go. That one works. Okay. This is probably the resin. My favorite weird ice cream flavor is olive oil. That is weird. Oh, it's mint. It's mint frosting, I think.
Oh, you know what? I actually heard like I on some level was aware of this, but I found out recently that there is a Popeye film starring Robin Williams.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm very curious to see it. Cuz it yeah, so it has Shelley Duvall as Olive Oil, and she was fantastic in The Shining. And so I'm curious to see how...
I think I've seen this,
Mm-hmm.
and I also think it wasn't very good.
Badger says it was brilliantly bad, and I loved it as a child. Well, then clearly we need to take some time and watch this together, Badger. Yeah.
Okay, I've got whipped cream,
Ooh.
but this is rattling in this can. Oh. It's okay.
Okay.
It's tiny little puffs of whipped cream. Okay. Okay.
So how does that work? Do you have to UV cure it then?
I would imagine. Well, yeah. No, this is a solid thing.
Oh,
This
the whipped cream puffs are solid?
The whipped cream puffs are solid, yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised that they're not. I was thinking they would be soft and you would shape them or whatever. But...
Well, they would be difficult to shape because you'd need to, if in resin.
Gotcha.
So, like the mint frosting, I think, is resin.
Mm-hmm.
Used to love that film. Had it on repeat when you were little. Ooh, cake plate. It's a different cake plate. I like the fact that they've got different cake plates. That's nice. It's a nice touch. Ow. Something just stabbed me. That's not okay. And we have... Oh, we have more chocolate chips. I should probably use the one that's already open. Where's the chocolate chips? The chocolate chips. Yeah, I'll use the one that's already open. Makes sense. Don't open things until the other stuff is done. Okay. And I guess this is the cake. Oh. Where did you order these tiny foods from? These are from Blind Balls. These are Miniverse balls.
What?
XP.
Thank you.
Thank you, XB, for the 10 gifted subs. That's lovely. Thank you, XB. Hang on. XB's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
This cake has a slice taken out of it. Have we given a shout out to XB? I feel like we should have done that already.
I was gonna say I am terrible at remembering to do that because I'm bad at things.
We have.
Sorry,
Yay,
XP.
XB! Everybody follow XB. XB's great.
Woo.
And thank you, McLesley, for gifting a sub to XB. It's appreciated.
Okay, I think that this is
It's got a little
better.
slice. It's got a little slice. You can take it out, and this is the best cake. Look at it. It's so good. Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you, XB. Right. And NJ is gifted a sub to Firecracker. Thank you. You're wonderful. Okay. Let's use the janky table to do this one. Right. Because we need to get like a little barrier of mint frosting up here. So that it doesn't go over the edges. Sorry, mint chocolate stuff is really nice. It's one of my favorites. This is very wholesome. Yeah, no, XB is very wholesome as well.
Oops.
Okay. I'm actually going to use the little tool that they gave me.
I'm sure XB has great taste in television shows, and unlike y'all, has seen The Grinder starring Rob Lowe and Fred Savage.
Hey, XB, have you seen The Grinder?
I think it's a fantastic television show, and everybody's making fun of me.
I will point out, you don't have to say this in front of Firecracker.
How has nobody heard of this show? It's amazing. It's one of the best shows ever on television about the law. And as I'm preparing to really grind it out in the courtroom tomorrow, I feel like I should watch the show again. Like, just binge watch all 20 episodes or whatever between now and the
Don't
court
keep
thing.
saying words.
It's he's called The Grinder because he grinds it out in the courtroom. That's why the show is called that.
This is fine. This is normal. This is a normal amount of. Oh dear. Yep. Joe keeps saying words. It's fine. Okay. So what we need is on this decent amount of frosting. This little cake. But I don't want it to go down these sides. I want it to go down this side.
Like, the G in GOAT, isn't that grind, optimize, automate, thrive? Like, isn't that, like...
Please make this argument in court.
I don't see what the problem is here.
Of course you don't, Joe. Because you're an innocent little sausage. And we should all remember that.
I'm really trying very hard not to sing Britney Spears.
I mean, that I am very confused as to why that anything would stop you.
Oh, well, I don't want to say... I'm obviously, with my perfect pitch, we'd be setting off copyright things, so, you know.
I mean, true. Okay. Let's cure this over out of the way. Imagining this court case will be entertaining.
I imagine so as well.
I imagine this court case will be a thing.
That's why I've got to dress to impress.
Sure, Joe. Sure.
Okay, well, I think, just because some of us take more care, doesn't mean you need to mock us for it.
Joe, I'm always going to mock you. I want you to know this.
That's fair. Yeah. Right
Unrelated,
or wrong.
How do you feel about doing Blood on the Clock Tower stream using the official app? Maybe some people on the Patreon server could be down to play or even do storytelling if you're not up for that. Just miss the whole Blood on the Clock Tower stuff. Valid. Yeah, I'd probably be down if people wanted it. Sure. Okay, let's frost the top of this cake.
That's the wrong side there.
Oh, the resin's already started to go sticky at the top. Let's pull from the bottom.
Oops, I meant to copy that from the jacket group.
Okay. Well, I miss Twitch Sings. Twitch Sings was wonderful. That was one of my favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
XP told me the name of my series 2. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm glad XP is on the ball. That one could have gone really poorly. Thank goodness XB exists on the internet. Okay, let's.
Oh, okay, I get it. I saw that comment earlier and my brain didn't parse it. I was like, I feel like we're missing some words in this. I'll see if there's an
you're not.
an explanation.
It's fine.
Later. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the jeans layer here. Jeans layer. It's like the Doom Slayer, but a layer for jeans.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing that exists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's get the cream on top.
Interesting. That moves it out of that to here. Yeah. So I also need to grab that recolor adjustment layer. Well, nope, that's going to move everything.
It will ruin everything.
Yeah, it basically will. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're going to remove that. Okay, now we need to go to the jeans group and we're going to select the leg layers.
Chocolate chips.
Okay, so right leg is up there and lower leg is down here. Okay, so here we go. Okay, and then so let's erase that real quick. Okay. So coming back up here to...
Okay. So I've got one bit of cream that I didn't use. I need to put on a little bit of... I need to put on a few... Oh, I'm not... We're going to refund that one. I don't do those on when there are other hermits present.
Oh no, what did they try to pay you for?
It's cards. It's the singing of the teeny tiny plushy Cleo.
Oh.
So refund that one. Do it on a Hermitcraft stream tonight. I know you'll be around. You always are.
A little bit presumptuous.
I mean, it's Poppy. Poppy's always around.
Oh, okay. Well, that
Appreciate
in that
you.
case, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at this, left leg. Okay, so
Do it tonight, and I'll sing you a special version. I thought it was on theme for the teeny tiny food. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a valid statement, but
okay, yeah.
note to self: don't do things on the cake plates. They make things fall over.
Oh no.
It's all right. The resin is mostly cured at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to just wipe up just in case anything's on the table. It's fine. We'll just refund it. It's fine. It's all good.
Okay, I think I need to remove one of the pockets. I think having pockets on both sides is too symmetrical for court.
Ooh, a special version. Just for you. Which means I'll need to, that means that song is going to get played a lot this evening, I would imagine. And now we wait. I don't know if you can see the UV light on the camera with the glowing cream.
It's kind of strange. I'm sure the camera isn't capturing it the way your eye does.
No. It is glowing, which is the important part. Okay. Yes, we can.
Okay, so we're gonna erase that. And then, so which pocket is that? That's gonna be the right pocket we want to remove. The right arm or the right leg is over up here.
Right, so now what I want to do, I have this little scoop from the tacos, which is a cake scoop. Let's be real. Kind of want to UV resin the little cake slice onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And then UV resin it being picked up. Yay, more miniatures.
Okay. So
yeah, I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna hold it there for a minute or two just to make sure. In fact, let's put the little tiny cake in because that's a lot. That resin is quite thick. So curing it for a good, like I will go over these. What I did the other day is I went over it for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Pride to everyone.
Woo. Okay, so if that's the left arm,
radioactive mint
here. Okay, teal shirt
is cute. It makes me hungry as well.
Okay, so I need to come down here, I think, and cut out some of this. Okay.
This is exactly how you get your frosting to set IRL. I mean, it does wonders, doesn't it?
Okay, that's the wrong side.
Okay, that seems to be mostly set. Right, now what I want to do is I want to UV this onto here.
Is it this one? It's gonna be...
And then need to be careful with this. And then UV, like maybe put it on the cake plate, and then we just pull it out and have it resting on the side of the cake plate. So you can see the checkerboard pattern, which feels like an easy fix. Easy fix.
Woo.
Not just a little bit easy, but an easy fix.
Okay.
Let's get the clear resin going.
Interesting. So I kind of like the idea now. Now that I'm playing with this a little bit, I'm getting my. I feel like having this sleeve be cut across is going to be interesting. Yeah, so it's higher in the back than in the front.
Hopefully only a tiny bit hungry. See what you did there, JT? I approve. So let's... Okay, so we've got the little tiny piece of cake there. I think we need to UV resin this onto the plate. Which is pretty easy because you just do it from the bottom. Today's a perfect day for ice cream. Well, I've got a unicorn sundae for you, so...
I'm going to make this cut a little bit more shallow here.
Now, if we just sort of do the same to the spatula, we can probably just stick this to the bottom.
If we pull that out there.
Here. I don't want delicious things. I want Taco Bell. Well, I have tacos. See?
NK Art says, what program is Joe using to simulate his skin? The Minecraft launcher.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's effective.
Ice cream in your freezer for later. Valid.
Yeah, so you can load up a skin file in the Minecraft launcher and it'll let you spin it around. So basically, I'm just exporting this as I make changes. And when I have something I want to review, I load the new file over here.
Cake is finished.
Woo!
Woo! There we go. Okay. Let's solidify the resin in the pot.
So I need to have this cut down more here as well. This isn't enough of a slash. No, it is definitely not updating live. I am doing this myself.
Favorite ice cream? I like mint chocolate chip. Or pistachio ice cream. Making a box of mac and cheese. Don't think I've got any pasta. Oh, it's just desserts at this point. because the desserts are more interesting to make.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There we go. Almost all resin out the pot there.
Ooh.
Okay. What's the time? Oh. Okay. It's been nearly 2 hours.
Oh yeah, we got 15 minutes till the 2-hour mark. I could probably use that entire 15 minutes to finish this.
That's fine. I can
nearly
make.
done.
I've got like. So.
If you want to
chat.
keep going for a while, I'm fine going for a while
I
too.
can. I can make another one. I can make another one. That's fine.
Okay.
I've got 5, and I was like, if I make this last one, then I've got 4 for another day. Maybe not next week, but another day.
Mm-hmm.
The desserts tend to be more colourful. Right, so I've got the fish ice cream, the apple pie, chocolate roll cake, berry charlotte, or a chocolate bundt cake.
Okay.
Oh, now you want the fish. Now you want the fish ice cream.
Oh,
I see
I
how
see.
it is.
I get it, Cleo. That's how they are.
That's how they are. Had to explain what it was before they were interested.
Mm-hmm. Seems like that's always the way.
Yep. Curse you for knowing stuff. It's probably not even a fish ice cream now. It's probably something else. But to be fair, like the pinhole method has worked for every other thing.
Yeah, you've been remarkably on it with that.
To be fair, I didn't get ones that I didn't think I could identify,
Mm.
just in case I got dupes. So honestly, the desire to go out and buy a whole case of these things is really high right now.
That's
But I'm
probably
trying to
not great from a.
No.
How much does a whole case cost?
Well, I think there's something like 24 in a case, and it's about £5 a ball.
Mm-hmm.
So
That seems like 120 pounds.
it does seem
Which
like
is
120
like
pounds.
probably 8 stones. That's a lot.
Okay. Put in a table. Is it wonky? Kind of. All right. So let's get the tongs out because everyone needs a new set of tongs. Impulse control is important.
Yeah.
Tongs.
That's something Skiz is an expert in.
Valid. Okay. Right, let's go for the. I don't know what you are. Let's go for you. You are a mini, it says on it. I think it's an ice cream stand. Mini ice cream stand. Okay, let's have, I believe this is the resin. And this is cotton candy syrup again. So it's pink resin. And we have sprinkles, but specifically pink and blue sprinkles. And vanilla custard.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Which is ice cream tops. This is what the ice cream looks like. Okay. I mean, ice cream is basically custard anyway.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So.
It's custard with extra
and then
steps, right?
We've got the fish.
Or the opposite.
The fish.
Oh, those are.
What happens if you touch resin and then cure it on your finger? You've got to get some acetone.
Yeah, I'd recommend against that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So little big mouth fishies. I told you it was cute.
I believe
No one
you.
listens to me. Joe listens to me.
Yeah. Otherwise, I get punished.
You get punished anyway, Joe.
Why do I bother?
It's big mouth ice cream. I think this is really cute. This is really cute.
No, I want to just select that.
Okay, so we need to get this attached using, I guess, the resin would make sense, the pink resin. So we're going to need some drips going over the sides to make sure that this sticks. And then we need to get a little bit more resin for a bit of sprinklage. But that doesn't seem too difficult to do.
No.
So let's get some... Let's actually put both of these together whilst we're at it.
Should I have like an I Dream of Jeannie like belly? That's very Star Trek. I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm trying to figure out if like there should be like a belly gap in the shirt.
Yes, I think there should be.
Okay. I think I need to.
Because everyone's going to look at you and go, Doc, this is your lawyer?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
A little bit of resin at a time.
I have not... Oh, thank you very much for to Bill Money for tipping 10,000 Vietnamese dongs, which comes out to 1 degree angular of rotation for zombie Cleo. Here we go. Rotate Cleo. Do 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 do.
Okay, let's get sealing pink drips.
I'm having a hard time doing this. It's too precise. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Because the slider doesn't do like steps of 1 very easily. So if a whole bunch of people want to give me $1, it'll really mess me up. Okay. Actually, if a whole bunch of people
do it separately.
If a whole bunch of people do it, then I can just be like, we just got 10 individual dollars, and it'll easily slide from 10 to the next.
You got to wait until he's finished with it before.
I Dream of Jeannie is famously part of the Star Trek canon, says another JT. Well, the thing is, though, but like in Star Trek, there are a lot of people that have the they have shirts where with the like exposed belly.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just trying to explain that, because apparently if I just say something without providing a lot of unnecessary additional context, everybody will just laugh.
I mean, honestly, Joe,
yeah,
your tagline is "Laugh at me."
I know it is.
You bring that on yourself.
I actually was setting you up for that. I knew that was going to be the next thing.
Joe was setting me up. Can I have that on a horn?
Does that mean something too over there? I don't know.
No. It's just, I think it's a nice piece of evidence to have at court.
Oh, okay.
Just as statements go. Okay. I think we can set...
I actually don't like how this is looking when we moved it over here.
Let's get that piece of resin.
We're gonna actually probably push this the opposite direction. And then copy that, and then paste it and move it this way. That's not helping.
It's called a crop top, Joe. I mean, only the lawyers you're finding on grind.
Unbuckled Spaghetti, thank you for the 1. That's going to rotate Cleo another degree angular down to -165. I'm going in the wrong direction. Here we go. Do. Okay,
You finished?
It took a while, but yes, because they're only doing it one at a time.
Okay. I think those are officially sealed in their cups.
Okay.
Right. How are you doing? You're a bit sticky. I think I'm going to seal you off and remove you from the pot. So this little silicone pot is a godsend. It's done well. Where's that spare piece of whipped cream? It'll be in the whipped cream canister, I imagine.
That would indeed track.
Because now that I've got the pink stuff, is it possible to put... No, it looks too small. I need bigger whipped cream for that. That's a blow. Okay. Let's get the remaining UV resin.
Okay, 15.
Bubble. Probably didn't need all that, to be fair.
Okay, so if I go to the pockets here. Okay, that's not gonna work. Lady Vaporeon says, I was wearing a chroma green crop top yesterday and someone asked, you bought that because of the album, right? I'm assuming they were talking about Redacted Hills Things Joe Hills.
I mean, it's a legitimate question.
Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so this jeans pockets layer is not working. Is it this layer? Okay, we need to trash the empty layers. Okay.
Yeah, trash them layers.
Yeah, like they belong to a villain.
I'll take a drink in a second. I will get there after curing, guys. I swear.
Okay, let's move all of this down.
Officially used too much pink goo.
Okay. And then on the jeans layer, let's select these.
That's bad.
Here. And we are going to erase that. Oh, that creates that awkward. Yeah, never mind. We're not going to do that. Not doing that. Okay.
Pink goo is strawberry flavored. It's cotton candy flavored, according to the tub.
Well, there you go.
But probably strawberry flavored in reality. Do not eat the pink goo. No, that's fair. The pink goo is resin flavored. It's A&E flavored. Yeah. Okay. So we have fishy ice creams.
Woo. That's very interesting. The sprinkles are everywhere.
The sprinkles are everywhere, but that's okay. I've got tweezers.
Oh my gosh.
And a pot.
So you're gonna hand tweeze the sprinkle? I suppose that makes sense.
I will. I mean, it is what it is. I feel like I've got resin on here that I can peel off.
Yep.
There we go.
Joary Van says maybe part of your shirt should look like it's untucked from your pants. No, I mean this is designed to look kind of like a jumpsuity Star Trek-y thing. It's not supposed to be especially like there is a little bit of a color difference because I couldn't perfectly match the trousers to the shirt. With the way the recolor tool works, but I got it close enough.
All right, I'm gonna take that drink from earlier. Everyone take a little bit of a stretch, crack your back, very important.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also tiny.
Teeny tiny sprinkle tweezers.
I'd probably use like a sheet of paper as a base plate. Honestly, having a silicone mat would probably work better.
Like but a flexible one, so because I think the idea with the sheet of paper is you could fold it up and then use the fold as a funnel.
I mean, yeah, but also silicone, like resin doesn't attach to silicone. So I could just pop any resin spills off.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So that was where my brain was going.
Lady Vaporeon says, apparently somebody else is copying your green screen thing because that person looked at me like I was crazy. Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Joe, you're the only person that's ever done green screen things.
I know, right? Okay, there's a little bit of weirdness on the one arm there.
There's so much weirdness, Joe.
Yeah, okay. So I need to figure out which side of... I think that's going to be connected here.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to erase this. Oops, that was the wrong layer. We need to remove that on the t-shirt layer.
It's the little pots. And the packaging is the stuff that gets me.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't if I wasn't already interested in like miniature things, this would probably get me. But it has got me, but you know.
Mm-hmm. But more so.
But more so, yeah. So it's like the little packets of shredded cheese and the can of ground beef. Oh, I should probably get a toothpick and then put down that piece of stuff that came off the pizza. Let's open the cheese sauce. Cheese. I don't need that much cheese sauce. A soupçon of cheese sauce. There we go. Look at the cheese. That's flexible silicone mats in the bar. I mean, you can buy them for like food and stuff. You know. Kind of obsessed with this now. Okay, I found my new like micro, literally micro obsession.
A very tiny obsession for Cleo.
A very small mini obsession now. Sad you missed all the stream. Had to deal with your mental health. Mental health is way more valid than coming to watch my stream. Go deal with that. That's the important thing. So this is the stuff that I made.
I want to copy flattened. There we go. And then we're going to paste flattened.
Oh, hang on. I should probably get the
Copy flattened.
This way?
Control Shift C. Paste flattened.
It might actually be this way. Okay. Let's cure everything over here just to make sure it's done. Feel like you're stuck in the ceiling of a restaurant, but a good restaurant, right, JT? Right? Now I'm thinking of the AI suggesting to use glue to stop cheese from falling off your pizza.
That wasn't an AI suggestion. That was a person's suggestion that AI repeated. Like, why are we removing the original author from the equation here? Like, that feels unfair to them that their work isn't being credited.
Because it's a criticism of the AI that it didn't know that it was a joke.
I guess I'd feel like if an AI showed one of my videos, if somebody's like, can you give an example of giving a good book report? And the AI showed one of my videos. It's obviously not an example of giving a good book report, but I'd like to be credited if my video's shown.
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't know if any restaurant I'm stuck in the ceiling of could be called a good restaurant. You know what? That's legit. That's fair.
Okay. I think that I've got this skin pretty much where I want it. Okay. We should probably rename it Court Apparel.
Okay. I think I'm done for the day, Joe.
Okay, I think I'm done too. We should probably break off into our individual streams to do last calls for tips and whatnot.
Okay. I'll catch you later, Joe.
Bye, Cleo.
Thanks for hanging out. Bye.
Bye. All right. Y'all, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. If you enjoyed the show, we're going to go ahead and hide that Cleo up there. What do y'all think? Any final thoughts about the skin here? I don't know why that layer is so low. I'm trying to... Here it is. Launcher capture. For some reason, it was fine before, but now it's like in a weird... Okay. I feel like that's pretty decent. We got the undersides of the torso. We got the bottom of the shoes. Okay, hey, we got a tip rolling in for $1. Thank you very much to Perry, who says to see Joe in a crop top. I mean, I guess any top can be a crop top if you pull it up. There we go. I'm pulling it up. You can't tell, but it's been pulled up. I mean, you can kind of tell because it's blocking my hair now, but whatever. Okay. So let's go ahead and we are going to my brain is all over the place. What else do we do at the end of the stream? I need to eat food today. Let's go and see who is live. It looks like our pal Pearlescent Moon is live. We're going to go ahead and /raid Pearlescent Moon. When you get over there, our raid message is, howdy y'all, Joe Hills raid here. Anyway, until next time y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Oh yeah, we gotta click raid now. Stop streaming.